In the studio with Chris and DJ RecBoys Shot. You know we in the stew, in the streets or in the booth. Get in tune, click and view, and get into the interview. Behind the scenes of all your dreams and everyone you listen to. Underground or on the scene, you might catch a gem or two. 845 or worldwide, digital or physical. On the block or in the news, we understand we did it too. Promote yourself or get a budget. Gotta learn the do's and doesn't. Gotta learn when to bet it. If we said it, you can trust it. Cause you're now in the studio with Chris and DJ RecBoys Shot.
What's shaking, my peoples? You already know DJ RecBoys. Shout out to homie Chris in the studio. We back at it. Happy hump day. What's shaking, homie? How you feeling? What's goody?
Bro, you ain't no bro. Blessed. Glad to be back. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here sharing the show, letting everybody know, tune in. But what's good with you?
You know, same old. I think Friday we did the trunk or treat. You know, that was a success. What up, Rafiki? What up, Brav? Other than that, man, just working and just doing the regular. We just had an election last night. Shit is going crazy out there. They still counting the votes. You know, a lot of absentee mail-in voting votes. So, you know, if anybody's worried about anything, just be easy. You know, let the peoples who do that. Don't go out there doing dumb shit. You get what I'm saying? So, but what's shaking with you? How you feeling?
You're ready, man. You're ready. Excited. We got tonight. We got joints from Vik. We got joints from Jeanette. The third one you kept a secret. You never sent me no promo, so I don't know. We got that. You know, shout out to Shane. I just see that popped up on the screen.
Yo, dude, I got it. Yo.
What up?
All right. No. Your audio was breaking up real bad. But no, you good now.
Yeah, no. What I wanted to really talk about was the pandemic pop off, man. Like real talk. Like,
right. Okay.
It was what's the word can I say? Like it was a milestone for us, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like not too many of that type of shit has went down. You know what I mean? A virtue type of concept for independent artists, right? And the artists. And the artists, you know, showing up and showing out. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. We had an artist from Africa. We had somebody from North Carolina, somebody from Pennsylvania, somebody from New York. We had a couple artists from New York. You know what I'm saying? It was just crazy, man, to hear you talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And you know the planning of it, and then to see it come, you know how it came together was crazy.
Yeah. No, I definitely enjoyed it. Shout out to everybody that participated. They definitely helped me out. They helped me make a nice running smooth show. So that was super duper dope. Like, no, it was different. You get what I'm saying? And we got to chop it up with Brian. We got to chop it up with Burl Dollar. You know, Juice set it off. You know, and then we had State. You know, State. He went bananas. He had features, and he was like, "Yo, State sent me timestamps and was like, yo, you need to flash to this camera at this one, you know." And I'm like, "Yo, homie, this is verse one, so you know what I'm saying. We're gonna try to get it right." But for the first one, it actually was a success, so I ain't mad at him. You know, I mean, it was good money.
Yeah, it was crazy how it all worked out. You know what I mean? Like. It was, man, I can't even, you know, I had a great time, first of all. Like, I really felt like I was in a concert, right? Like, because with all this shit going on, you ain't able to go out like that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't able to, you know, interact. And it kind of felt like even though we was miles apart, it kind of felt like we was all together. You know what I'm saying? So that was the crazy part about it.
Nah, that was the best part about it because, you know, it got people back into the mood of actually what it feels like to go out and see acts. It doesn't necessarily have to be the Barclays. It could be a local bar. You get what I'm saying? You know, LA performs all the time, you know, with the band and stuff. So to actually just go out and see, you know, people to see them performing, kind of dope. You get what I'm saying? Like, why wouldn't it be? What else are we doing? You know?
Yeah, let me ask you
and
this.
Which
one was your favorite performance? Or let's say we can't even say, let's say performance / you know, your Yeah, performance. Fuck it, let's say performance. Which one was your best joint tonight? Which one did you enjoy the most?
I gotta say two. It gotta be the last two. The last two had me on. The last two ended the show right, so it felt good. You get what I'm saying? Like
When you say
genuinely.
when you say the last two, who the last two? Talk to the people, let them know.
We did Brav and we did Brav and Burr. Shane no. Shane letting the people know. Nah,
Bet.
absolutely. And I guess all right. Son said the first one was his favorite.
Yeah,
Juice.
elaborate on
Yeah,
that a
that's the
little bit.
only
What?
juice.
Let us know. Let us know what y'all thought about it. Which one was your favorite, performance of the night, or even song for that matter? You know what I'm saying? Because I can't lie. What I was questioning from the get was the kid from South Africa, right? I was hoping that he was gonna be up to par because I didn't get to listen to his music at all. You know what I'm saying? But when you said, "Yo, he in," ain't no question that he in, right? You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I was surprised how he was able to keep up with the rest of the talent. You know what I mean?
Yo,
And
you know what was dope
mm,
was the fact that State had sent them the link. And State
right,
was like, yo, check it out. They provide an opportunity. So once State did that, and son, he was no games. He's like, yo, listen, how we gonna do this? You know, I'm in South Africa, so I need time zones. I need to know how we gonna do this, pop off, all that shit. And then I don't know. I should have figured out the time zone so that we could talk about it. But he was focused.
yeah,
He was focused.
yeah.
Stitches said the first was my fave mainly because of the effort he put. If you're an artist,
Right.
you know what happened behind the scenes. No, absolutely. Yo, listen, it's funny you say that because Juice was hitting me like, yo, listen, I'm focused. Like I'm glad that I'm starting it off. And what was even more dope is about Juice is that he went on to do the district attorney debate right after that.
Right.
So to see that artist go on and then switch like immediately, he went live and started doing a debate with the two candidates, which by the way, Megan is winning. I don't know if anybody tuned in knows, but she's actually winning. You know, they're waiting for the absentee ballots to get in with her. But that's gonna be interesting. But I didn't like the dude from South Africa. He got
No,
my
yeah,
respect. I get it.
a lot of people was feeling the kid from Africa, and that to me, like I was sitting there wondering, like, yo, I hope he keep up. I hope he keep up. When he came on, his energy was a little low, you know what I mean? But as the music, progressed, you could feel like he was getting, I don't want to say comfortable on the stage, but that's how
Yo,
I
did
kind of
you
felt.
I
Yeah,
don't know, it sounds like you keep breaking up. Yo, did you go check any of his music out after that?
nah, nah. I mean, no. It ain't cause I didn't like it. It was I've been just so really, really, really swamped. You know what I'm saying with work and other shit. So I haven't. You know what I mean. I'm gonna keep it a stack. But I want to hear more from him. But have I went and go look for it? Nah, not yet. You know what I'm saying. But with me with Juice, what threw me off was the sound.
Well, you know what? He wanted to go live. And for those
But
who didn't know,
I commend him for that though,
yeah,
because that takes that show. Yo, listen, and that's one thing any artist, his confidence projected through the whole shit. You know what I'm saying? Which is what I think made his joint dope. You know what I'm saying? Not saying no other artist did, but you could tell. Like I don't even know how to say it. It just projected. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I gravitated towards that one. For me, it was Brav joint. I have all of them. For me, was dope. You know what I mean? The interaction with everybody, how everybody was. It felt like we was in the same room, right?
yeah. Yo, listen, it felt like, especially towards the end, like Juice, I knew he was in the studio somewhere else. You get what I'm saying? But especially once it got towards the end, like I said, I like Brav's whole setup because he threw in his merch, so it made it seem like, damn, like this nigga is taking us through his store,
Yo, it
and
reminded me.
and
I
then
gotta
he's
send him an
rapping.
invoice.
Yeah, no, absolutely, no, absolutely, because he went ape shit. So it was kind of dope that he took that advantage. And you know what was so funny about that is that he was the most fucking stressed out about the whole fucking situation, my dude. Like, dude, man, we were in the inbox going back and forth, and I get it, bro. You know, you wanted to make sure your shit was right and your shit was tight. But look, it all came together, dude, and you did good. You performed good. You get what I'm saying? You hit him with the bangers. You know, you had your homie there. You got to promote your new lineup. Like, yo, you had just got that, so it was like perfect timing. You get what I'm saying? So, no, it was definitely dope. Definitely dope. But everybody, like Juice, everybody doesn't have the studio at disposal. Like Juice has
even Burl got creative with it, right? You know what I mean? He went in the room, turned off the light, had the TV with his album cover on it, right?
Cover.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
then he had the videos playing. Nah. The shit was super dope.
All of them got creative, and that's what it was about, right? Because as an artist, that's what they do when they in the studio, when they writing, when they making music, they creating. You know what I'm saying? So it almost was like, and it wasn't meant to be like this, but it was almost like, yo, getting them ready for when they do go to start hitting these stages. Right now, they start telling these promoters, yo, this is what I want. Like, yo, can we get the lights here? You know what I mean? Make sure this is like this. Like it was almost in that aspect like a training. You get to set your stage, right? You know what I mean? Except they actually had to do the work themselves. That was the different part about it. You know what I mean? But let's talk numbers, because everybody likes talking numbers, right?
Okay.
That's everybody's shit. Everybody's always worried about the numbers. Man, woman, line, numbers don't, right? So the show last week touched over. Let me say the right number. I don't want to say about 5,000. It touched 4,000.
Yo, listen,
people.
before you get into it, you didn't even tell me the numbers. So this is all new news to me. So, and I think he did that on purpose, but go ahead.
No, because I was actually looking it up before the show, because I want to talk about the show, right? Like everybody worries about, especially as artists, right? The numbers got to be right, because it got to be the perception to the people that this shit is popping. The numbers is what controls everybody's viewing of it, right? You know what I mean? Like everybody hears, yo, son, so you could be the nicest dude in the world. You know what I mean? You get 50 views, your shit ain't, you know what I mean? The algorithm ain't there. It's not really plugging. You know what I mean? It's not coming up in nigga shit as much as it should be. You know what I mean? So last week, the show aired a week ago. We go to the day, to the time, probably exactly. It touched about 4,090 people. I say that to say this. The show wasn't, we ain't paid for no promotion on Facebook. We ain't do none of that. This was you guys. This was the supporters, the people who was tuned in, the people who was watching, the artists who performed, who shared and told their people, and they people told their people. That's big numbers for independent stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like an independent entity, right? Out of those 4,000 people, it touched them, right? That ain't the actual viewers who actually sees the show, right? Because it might come, that's just coming across somebody's feed, or somebody, you know, sent it somewhere and all that. Out of those 4,000 people, 1,120 seen the show.
That's dope. Well, listen, I don't know when the last time any of those guys performed for more than 1,000 people in one spot. I'm just saying, me personally, I don't know. I mean, it's a possibility, you know. Last I checked.
Yo, real quick, I don't mean to cut you off, but this is why I fuck with Stitch. He said, I'm not worried about the views. Tell me about how many people it affected. As soon as, and that, yo, that's why I fuck with him. Because as soon as I threw out the number 4,000 and some change, I bet you people say, yo, damn. But out of those 4,000 people, 1,120 seen it. Those are the people that was affected by the show. You know what I'm saying?
Well, not only that, but you got to also recognize too that people will see it, won't even watch it, and just see the idea, and then go ahead and do the whole thing. So they're affected by it.
No. What I'm saying is affected by who actually got to see it, right? You know what I'm saying? But that we're not talking about when it played on Blazing My Radio Saturday night, when it played on Swanee Thursday, or YouTube, all that. Like, this is just strictly live numbers. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying all that to say this. That's dope for independent with no paid promotion. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying all that to say also this, what I say all the time, the power is in numbers, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, that show got shared over 100 and some times. You know what I mean? Because that helps people look at it too, right? Everybody worried about who's seen it, or when somebody talk about it, right? You know what I mean? Like, that's when they go start fucking with it.
Yeah.
Shout out to them. They tuned in.
Yo, Two Humbles, man. Those boys over there working. Them niggas is putting out shows on a regular basis all the freaking time.
Yeah,
Yo,
yeah.
shout out to Ant. Shout out to Cub. He came and dropped that candy off for the trunk or treat too. So that was super, super dope. You know, he couldn't stay, but he was running around dropping off candy. So that was kind of dope. He was a man of his word, and he came through and supported. So that was super duper dope. But go ahead. What was you saying?
No, so I just wanted to say the numbers for the people. You know what I mean? Like that's to me, that's a milestone within itself. You know what I mean? To be able to do that live right then and there. You know what I mean? With the amount, with the artists who played a part, and with the people who shared, the people who support. That's dope. You know what I mean? Hold on. Somebody said they got blocked. Fuck it. I'm gonna take credit for at least 20 of them shares. I got blocked. Oh, now yo, we
Oh,
appreciate you. Oh,
wow,
you saying
damn.
shared it so much they blocked her.
That's what's
Yo,
up. Yo, I've been there before.
Good looking, real
I've
chill.
been there before. And what was funny was Stitch was supposed to perform, and he gracefully said, I got some things going on, so I at this point in time I can't give you what I want to give you, so I'm just gonna fall back and participate in the audience. And I guess he did fucking participate. He got blocked, which that's what we need. You get what I'm saying? That's what we need. We need to support each other. It doesn't have to be us versus them type of situation. You get what I'm saying? Like, yo, dude, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose that way. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, it's
up.
amazing. It's amazing how many people think that way, though. So let me ask you this: and the people who tuned in, what would you like to see different about the pandemic pop off for you, Sha? What you think?
I want to see. I need a better visual connection. Like, the music was good, but because of the delay, it threw it off. So if anything I was gonna critique, it would be that. But at the same time, like, this is as a fan, but I'm also the technical guy. So I know how difficult it is. But just because I'm the technical guy and I know that it's difficult, as a fan, I need to see shit the way it's supposed to be. You get what I'm saying? Like I don't need no bullshit. You get what I'm saying? If you got me tuned in, this is what you need to make this shit fucking happen. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I would have wanted to see. That's what we're gonna work on to make sure that is A1. Other than that, I think it's shit. I think it was a dope ass idea. I got the invoices already in the mail to Chris. And I can't wait to do another one, man. I'm
going. You got the whoa, back up. You got the what? Sending to Chris?
I'm sending the invoice, my nigga. You know what it is, my nigga.
Invoice,
Yo, listen, I'm gonna.
Invoice.
Oh, I want to see more battles.
Yeah,
the producer one was crazy. Yeah,
They said that, and Stitcher said he wants to see more artists and less time of the artists performing.
Okay. You thought I gave him too much time? No.
Now, yo, we got a bunch of dope shit. Said bring Drunk Chris back. Your wife said leave him alone.
Bring Drunk Uncle back. Uncle Chris back is kind of dope. I think people were tuned in. I think we need to see more of the Rodriguez.
Nah,
I miss my little homie Chris. You be trying to deprive me of the little homie, and I know he be needing to hear from me. He be needing to hear from me, and you be depriving him. You be over there depriving him. Charisma probably run the whole household.
Yeah, Stitches, they calling me Drunk Uncle Chris. Yeah, now yo, listen, man. Yeah. We really was trying to make it interesting, right? You know what I'm saying? Like we spoke, we had scenarios played out. You know what I mean? Me and Sha was going over shit, talking about shit. Yo, we're gonna try to do this, and it worked out. Like, we ain't just want to just have the artists come on and play me. I didn't say I was gonna get drunk. That shit just was in the night, right? Like, it just came together that way. It was just that much of a good time. You know what I'm saying? But the skits and all that shit, that was crazy. You know what I mean? Because I remember when we first talked about it, you was like, yeah, do it. And I could tell it felt like you was kind of apprehensive, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit, this nigga gonna have a kid. But in the moment, it was like it just glued together. I felt, you know what I'm saying? How y'all felt about that? What you thought, Shaw?
Nah, listen, when you said it, I'm like, all right, because my nigga, listen, truth be told, my nigga, you was against it 101 up until up until the show fucking start. Not against it, but like, yo, listen, my nigga, this shit is on you type vibe.
No,
And
I said it. I said it that night. I said it that night in the show. I didn't. Yo, listen, my experience with artists, and which is why I really don't manage artists no more or do anything with artists like that, like a one-on-one thing, is because it hasn't been pleasant. You know what I mean? Like a lot of artists is about themselves, as they should be. You know what I mean? Which is why I fall back. But when you bring the idea, I'm like, yo, listen, I don't know. You gonna chase them. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not doing all that no more. Like, you know what I mean? And
that's the first thing you said too. He was like,
yeah,
yo, you gonna chase them? And I'm like, chase them niggas. Look, Barry said drunk uncle work Henny every other episode. Yo, Chris might have to get on his drunk uncle shit. We might have to get him some Henny and then let him get some shit off his chest.
Listen, I get my shit off my chest, drunk or not. It was really a good time, man. It felt good. It really felt good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, anybody know, any shows we have ever put on, like physical shows, you'll never see me. It's rare you're gonna see me out in the streets drunk. That shit just don't happen. You know, you're never gonna see me out in the streets drunk how I was that night. You know what I mean? But it just was a good fucking vibe, man. Real talk. Like, I was happy to see it play out because a lot of people don't know. Like, even now, like the anxiety of the show, making sure everything's gonna work. You know what I mean? And make sure that it's gonna be seen the way it should be seen or heard the way it's gonna be heard. That shit takes a lot. You know what I mean? And then when you put 8 other people in the mix of it, for me, that shit drives me nuts.
Yo, dude, it's an anxiety attack like all the way. This nigga was, hours before the show. Yo, you hit everybody with the link. Everybody know what's going on. Yo, listen, what's good? You good? You good? This, that, and third. I'm like, yo, my nigga, calm down. And then when he said, and this was my point, when you brought back to the point that, yo, you gonna do skits. So I'm like, oh, so this nigga just gonna he gonna come in here and think that he's gonna just boost the show up just in case, So I'm like, all right, let me see what you got. And it worked. Like you said, it worked. You get what I'm saying? But the good thing about us is that we know each other so much that we're always to the point that we're not gonna let each other down no matter what it takes. Like when it comes to this shit, we always put this shit in the forefront. You get what I'm saying? It's never, there's never no half-ass shit. So I know that when he says, yo, listen, I got an idea. This is what I want to do. I know he really thought about it and it came to fruition. Like it really gave some time and effort to it because anything that we do with this, you don't play no games and you hold me to that standard. So you know what I'm saying? You're like, yo, listen, we can't try the new format until that shit is A1. Matter of fact, we're not even going to try it on that night of the show. You want to try it? You got to try it on some other night. You get what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's just what it is. Select 10 judges from your viewers, supporters, and have the artists battle it out, 1 song each, and the artist would need another song as the tournament proceeds. So, like American Idol type thing, and the people vote. Speaking of, we got the Battle of the Podcast, which we need everybody that's tuned in.
No, hold on. We're gonna get to that. That's gonna be a whole segment by itself because we gotta talk our shit and get that right. But as far as Stitch's idea, I kind of like his idea because I was thinking about, and the people tuned in, let us know. I was thinking more about that for the videos, right? You know what I'm saying? Because we get a lot of video submissions and all that shit. And how about we did like a top, you know what I mean, like the top pick of the week, but the people pick it. You know what I'm saying? Like we could pre-post the videos that we know we're gonna play, and the people tell us, yo, which one's gonna be number 1. And it kind of be like a 106 and Park type shit. Every week they vote on a video. If that video gets picked, that video gets played every week.
I mean, I'm more interested. I want to know if the people want to see battles. If they want to actually
what type of battles? It's crazy talking about the battles. Talking about the battles. Shout out Finally TV. They said they were talking about the blends battle that you and Gabe were talking about, right? And a lot of DJs is interested in that. A lot of DJs. About 4 people chimed in ASAP. You know what I mean? And told them let them know they know other people. So you never know. That might be something that goes on here. Here shortly. Like this is what we need. Like we need these ideas from these people because we want to be bringing different stuff to the show. You know what I mean?
It's funny that you said that because I didn't think nobody would. I mean, me and Gabe spoke about it, and you know how I feel I've always been like, yo, listen, let's get it. Like, put me in the ring, champ. Like put me in the ring, Chris. What you playing for? You get what I'm saying? But it's cool that that he brought it up in the show and people were actually interested in it. I'm definitely focused up. I don't think I'm just go ahead and do that. I don't think none of them niggas want no smoke.
Yeah,
No smoke.
I think we that's something we're gonna set up here shortly. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that's gonna be
Oh, okay,
dope.
I'm just
But like Stitcher said, that just gets that's another idea. Poets, like you know what I mean. Like we could really open this up. You know what I mean? Like we bring on the author last week. Maybe like there's different. Again, this is why we need these ideas from you people. You know what I mean? From the people who support us and here every week. You know what I mean? Because that's what's gonna bring the show, make the show. You know what I mean? But real quick, let's play a video real quick, and then we come back and we talk about like how you was talking about the battle of the podcast.
Right.
Who we got? We got Brutally Honest, right? Finally TV.
Right.
Who else we got, Shaw?
We got the homies from Too Humble. We got the lovely ladies from In the Field Radio, homie. Right. So it's gonna be and we got Gabe, and you said Brutally Honest, the big homie Stitches. Nah, listen, I'm excited, dude. I'm super excited. Yeah. Like that's gonna be dope because we bringing them into our world. Like we do Gabe does videos too. So Gabe's kind of on the cuff of videos. He's there with videos. So it's not like he doesn't, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't know. He can easily get to the video. So,
I'm interested in that night. It's gonna be, who knows, you might get drunk Uncle Chris that night. I don't know. Cause I'm excited for that one too. Like I'm excited about every show, but there's certain shows, especially like the producer battles, the pandemic pop off, you know what I mean? And anytime we got something going on that is gives me anxiety to the fucking max, you know what I'm saying? To make sure everything gonna go as we plan. To me, those are the ones that always like pop out. The interviews, you know what I'm saying? Oh, real quick, shout out to homie Corey DJ Duwa. He couldn't make it tonight. You know what I mean? If y'all haven't noticed, he couldn't make it tonight. He had an engagement. He coaches his son's team. You know what I mean? So they had to move practices. So he had family first. You know what I mean? So when he hit me, I already told him, you already know we're gonna reschedule that. You know what I mean? Make that happen. But let's play the video so we get back into this battle of the podcast. Let everybody know how it's gonna go down. You know, talk some shit. Cause I hope they ready, man. Real talk.
Yeah, me too. But let's get into it. Let's see. All right. You already know DJ RecBoys. Shout out to homie Chris in the studio. This is the joint from the big homie Kay Killie. Let's get it. Yeah, I can't do that to the homie Kay Killie. I gotta run that back. That's not fair. The audio wasn't right, so we're gonna have to run that back and try to figure out what happened. The video's too dope and the rhyme is too official to let it play out like that. So we're gonna figure that out. But what else is shaking? Kay Killie. Yo, listen, I'm gonna try to run it back. I can't do that to you, homie. Cause the Fools, and the volume was low. I'm gonna try to run that back, you know, because that joint is crazy. I heard about I don't know, about 9-10 times. I gave you some numbers today, but was good though.
So the pandemic pop-up, right? While you working on all that, next week we got the pandemic pop-up. We got a whole bunch of podcasts and the FM radio show coming on with us that night. What we're gonna do is we're gonna be looking for videos, right? Each show's gonna pick 3 videos. They're gonna play. We each gonna play one kind of like a versus battle, right? Where we each gonna play a video, and then the people gonna tell us which one is, you know, who won that round. You know what I mean? Which one was the dopest? Right. You know what I'm saying? And then we're gonna go 3 rounds. You know what I mean? And we're gonna talk our shit. We're gonna have a good time. You know what I mean? It's gonna be interesting to see, you know, like-minded individuals come together. You know what I mean? And do something that's bigger than each one of us individually.
Nah, that's what I'm really excited about. Not only that, but to have other energy in the room with us. You get what I'm saying? Like the girls are gonna bring their own energy. You know, Stitches is his own entity. You know, we got Finally TV, Gabe. You know, he's focused up.
Yo, you can't be muting the mic on motherfuckers though. You gotta chill. You gotta chill.
No. Listen.
You gotta relax.
Well, you're on my team this time. The other time you was just wilding out, my nigga. You really reminded me of my uncle.
Yo, stupid. I gotta figure out a way. I gotta figure out a way to mute your shit because that shit was not fair.
You know what's funny is that it's funny that you say that. I'm gonna put you on blast. I can send you the information to where you can run the show, homie.
No, I don't want to run the show. I don't want to run the show. I said I want to mute your shit.
That's part of it. That's the only thing. That's the only way you're gonna get to that level, my nigga. Is if what you thought? You thought it was just gonna be, yo, you could do whatever you want to do. Nah, nigga, that's what happens. I'm allowed to mute you because I run all this shit.
That's that bullshit.
That's it. But
yo, real quick, have you heard the Busta joint? You heard the Busta album?
Some of it. What do you think about it?
I'll be honest. I'm gonna keep it all the way official. I haven't heard it. Why I haven't heard it? Yeah, why I haven't heard it is because I didn't want to be disappointed.
Really? You thought you might be disappointed?
Yeah. Cause yo, listen, I'm gonna keep it all the way. Like, you know how some shit will come out and everybody be on it. Yo, this shit's official, and then you go around and you hear it, you like, the fuck they was listening to? Cause this shit ain't it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Especially lately.
Right. So when everybody started talking about it, like I was waiting on the release, right? Because shit, we've been waiting for this shit since 2011 or 2012. Yeah. We've been waiting for this, right? So I mean, you know, when I hear it and I hear him promoting it, you know what I mean? I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, I'm getting the anxiety building up because I want to hear Bust, you know what I'm saying? So when it drops and I start seeing everybody, see, Vik said he didn't like it, you know what I mean? But when it drops,
who said it was fire?
Yeah, Fu said it was fire. But when it drops, I'm like, oh, like I don't want to go to Apple right away and go get it, right? So then I'm looking at, you know, as I'm scrolling through my feed, I'm seeing people talk about it. Everybody's like, yo, it's hot. So when I'm seeing that, I'm like, yo, damn, I don't want to go press play. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to be fucking disappointed. Is that crazy or not?
No. I get it. I definitely get it. Like I said, I just skimmed through tracks. Like I heard I got into it a little bit, 30 seconds here, but I didn't have the time to actually sit down and really go through it. But I'm gonna give it the full listen only because people that I fuck with have vouched for it.
Yeah, you know what I noticed though too? You know what's crazy? What I'm gonna say right now sounds crazy, but it's facts. Shout out Dave. He said the vet showed out this year. Buffalo's rapping. Yeah, because the other dude, Benny the Butcher, dropped some shit too. I haven't even heard his either for the same reason. Because I fuck with him as an artist, and I don't want to hear no shit, no garbage, right? So let me say this real quick. Ain't it crazy how I don't want to say your age, but it is your age. How your age dictates if the music is good or not. And I say that to say this, because you'll have some of the older dudes who will listen to the Busta shit and be like, that shit is fire, that shit is the best shit out. Or they'll listen to the Nas joint, yo, that was the best joint out, or the Lox joint that dropped, best joint out. And then the kids will go listen to it and they'll be like, ah, that shit, yeah, that shit's all right. You know what I mean? Why does the age signify what's good and what's bad? Do you get what I'm saying or not?
No. I get exactly what you're saying, but I don't think, me personally, I don't think that that the kids aren't digging dope rap. Like Benny the Butcher, how old is that nigga? That nigga knocking on 40,
no.
right?
I'm not. Yeah, he's up there. But I'm saying is not digging it. They don't think it's as fire as the older guys might have thought. You know, and vice versa with the newer guys, right? Like some older guys might listen to these newer guys and be like, it's okay, but it's not hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yo,
like this is going into a whole nother
that.
conversation. This is going into a whole nother conversation, but it's crazy how it plays a part on music. Go ahead, Sha.
Nah, it's funny that you said that because I just seen this little thing and it was talking about the birth of hip hop, the DJ, and all that other stuff. And at the end of it, they said this ain't right because this ain't hip hop. And this is from, well, they told the story about how, because you know, in hip hop, the DJ is the core element, was the core element. Right. It started from the DJ, you know, breaking the break beats. And what it did was the story went and then they told, you know, how the DJ, Grandmaster Cash, all these great DJs, how they came up with each part of DJing. You get what I'm saying? And then at the end of it, they show how the very first rap song, Sugar Hill Gang, came about. You get what I'm saying? So now, like I said, it's a whole thing of showing you where hip hop started from, and it ends with the very first rap song put out, the Sugar album. You get what I'm saying? And at the end of it, when all the DJs, the street hip hop DJs heard the shit and it came out and were able to buy it, they at the end of the thing said it wasn't real hip hop. Which I say this because it doesn't matter. The older generation will always look at what the newer generation does to hip hop, and if they don't agree with it, it's not hip hop.
Right.
And this is from the beginning. This is from just the DJ to where the guys are, where the record is cut and it's mainstream. And then when they hear, and the reason why they said it wasn't hip hop, get this, it was the fact that they didn't know how to rap, and the lady who put out the Sugar Hill Gang, nothing like I think we should do like a viewing party of this. It's not very long, maybe like 20 minutes, but it goes into, you know, Method Man is in it, and it's like, you know, it's the history of DJing, but it ends with the first hip hop song, and it actually shows how they did the first mixer and why they did it. Hold on. Let me get into some of these comments. My wife chimed in and said, because the ears are conditioned to their era, pretty much same with us.
I agree.
I don't know.
I agree with her. I agree with her to a certain point, right? If you're the just, you know, how can I say this and make it sound right? If you're a connoisseur of music, right, and you listen to the music, then that's one thing. But then when you have the people who are making the music and not evolving with it, that's a whole nother thing, right? So your everyday avid listener, you know, they'll get to something that they like and they stay in that lane, right? They drive in that lane all the time. But somebody who does this, they change with the times. You know what I mean? Or if they're a music person, like they say, like if music was to stay the way that it was back then, what would it be right now?
Well, I mean, I got 2 points on that. Music, we always need music to evolve, but the sounds. I'm gonna read Dave's thing real quick. Because for the first time, hip hop doesn't have an age limit. Nas, Lox, Black Thought, Royce, Styles, Pusha are all over 40 and released great projects in the last 2 years. And the young folks are fucking with it. Not like those my age, but they get it.
Let me ask you a question, Dave and Sha. Who said there was an age limit in music? Okay, let's keep it a buck. Hold on, let's keep it a buck. I say that to say this, because if we talking about the first hip hop song, first rap song dropped in '79, and we in 2020. How old are these artists who really just started, who really started the music, who really started
No,
like Rappers Delight?
I'm gonna tell you why. Age is because it's such a competitive sport. It's like basketball. You can't like sooner or later. No. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. Like sooner or later, it comes a time where you just have to, and not say that if you're not evolving or getting better, you got to make the generation come to you. And not a lot of artists know how to do that. You get what I'm saying? So now it takes a push. It takes a push to love old school or to be back into bars, to give Pusha T a play, to give Styles P a play, to give these other guys a play to where we're talking about great albums. Yo, don't act like none of the people from his list didn't make great albums before.
The people from what?
On Dave's list. Like these people, he's saying within the last 2 years.
No. I get what he's saying. What I'm saying is, who said there was an age limit? Like, was that just the people saying, "Yo, listen"? Because like what I'm saying is, if the first rap song came out in '79 and we're in 2020 now, we talking hip hop is 40-something years old, right? These artists who started music, what are they now? 70, 60, 50? Because I still listen to Slick Rick. Like, let me say this. I think people thought it was the age limit because the times we wasn't able to get the music the way we get it now, right? Like, because Sadat X is still dropping music. You know what I mean? MC Shan is still dropping music. KRS-One is dropping music, but they shit is not being pushed on the mainstream level, so everybody don't know about it. You know what I mean? You actually got to be a fan of these guys. So I don't think rap ever had a limit. That's the point I'm trying to make. I don't think it had an age limit. I think that the internet just helped these guys who everybody forgot about. You know what I'm saying? Because they've been here, they've been making music. If you go back through, a lot of these artists still make music.
That's what. Listen. All right. Check it out. Right. Hip hop. We're just gonna start with just hip hop. It's made of two words. What's hip and a hop. The movement to what is hip. Hip is what? Trending. There's an age limit with what's trending. So you get what I'm saying? No. Look, Leo, listen to what I'm saying. Yo, dude, listen, it's really that simple. We gonna just take the name. Hip hop. It's hip. To be hip is to be trending. Trends change, homie. So now the trend change, the music changes because of the trim.
Yeah, but what does that got to do with the age? What does that got to do with the age?
Because listen, when hip hop first started, it was cool to wear the shit that Africa Bambaataa and shit wore. What they wore, the feathers, the wild out suits. It was cool to wear the Kangos and the sweatsuits and the graffiti jean jackets and all that other good shit. It's a trend, dude. And the same thing is with the music, my dude. The reason why we're getting great, we're recognizing, it's not that we're getting great albums, because if albums were always there, the music was always there. These guys didn't just wake up or decide to go in the studio and just do great music. All these guys are great artists. You get what I'm saying? Now it's good. Now it's trending. Now it's hip to what they're bringing to the game. That's it. You know what was hip? Think about it. Think about how many niggas was like, yo. Think about all the people was like, yo, it's cool that this nigga got rainbow hair. My nigga, it's never been cool in our era. Like, think about what was cool, and our kids be like, Dad, that ain't it. You get, like, think about this. Think about this. When we were playing ball, it was baggy shorts, right? Baggy shorts. You know what I'm saying? Now what are they doing? Tight as a motherfucker, right? That's the trend. That's the cool thing. So now because we are so much of hip hop has always been new. Like hip hop has always been the innovator.
Hold on real quick. Let me ask you this. So you saying the older dude can't strive in today's economy because they're not trending?
No. Their views change. So now, see, now listen, what's trending to Jay-Z is worrying about, power move. So now when he breaks down why you should own your own stuff and why you should do certain things, only certain people who are on that frequency understand that. Them young niggas, that's not trending to them. You know what's trending? I got murder on my mind. Stupid shit like that's trending. So now the more and more we call stupid shit, you get what I'm saying? Is what the kids like. Yo, I remember listening to MC Ren, and Ren had a song called The Black Motherfucker Named Ren. And I loved the song to death. And it was just trending. You get what I'm saying? But to have my son sing that song now, I might go in the nigga mouth. You get what I'm saying? So hold on, let me get to some of these comments. But am I wrong? Am I right?
I don't know because you kind of went a little bit left. We was talking about who set the age limit on rap, because rap really, hip hop ain't really that old. So when you tell me in the 90s, hang on. So Dave said in the 90s it wasn't cool to be a rapper who in your 30s. The question again is, where did that come into play? Because if hip hop started in the 70s, in the 90s, hip hop was only 30 years old. So a rapper Rappers Delight, how old is he at that point? And the point I'm trying to make is, do they get lost in the sauce because there was no outlet for them? Like, I think about it, there was really no underground hip hop per se. Like, nobody was worried about, yo, at that point in the game in the 90s, late 80s, early 90s and all that shit. Everybody was worried about getting signed. Nobody was worried about no independent route or anything like that. You know what I mean? So you get a guy like, let's say, a KRS-One, just to throw a name out there, who's a dope artist, who still moves units. Maybe not these millions of units that everybody else, but he still moves units. He's still able to live off of this music the whole time while the internet is growing. You know what I mean? Now all of a sudden the internet comes and everybody starts to know who KRS-One is. Again, like the younger generation, right? So what I'm saying is, hang on, let me make my point. What I'm saying is, I don't think it has nothing to do with the age. I think since the times have changed, it gave them another way to be seen and be heard again. Because back in the day, if you didn't have the machine, you wasn't being heard.
Yeah, but my thing, but all right, I'm glad you said KRS-One, because if you look at KRS-One, it was trending when he dropped My Philosophy, and that was trending. Right.
Yeah, I'm not denying the trend. What I'm saying is, the trend got nothing to do with the age.
Yes, it does, because the young people set the trend.
Yeah, but you got these older dudes who are doing. You got the older dudes who would do what the younger dudes are doing. What I'm saying is, you get a guy like KRS-One, for instance.
That's not trending.
What you mean it's not trending? Trending. So
what the older people doing is the younger people distinguish what's trending. The younger
people follow the trend. They jump in on the trend. So you can have an older artist who will jump in on the trend. Like, there's been plenty of artists who was popular in the 90s.
Because they adapted. But if you're not adapting to the trend, then what are you going to do? You're getting stuck. That's the thing. The trend keeps going. It's always new. It's always fresh.
Shout out SMG. He get what I'm saying. It has no age limit. The niggas is 35 plus. That's what I'm trying to say. I think in the 90s to the 2000s, where you didn't hear these older artists like KRS-One a lot, or you didn't hear about them, or the fucking MC Shans or fucking Big Daddy Kane and all of them. I think they got, not that they just decided to stop making music because it wasn't trendy. I think, my personal opinion is, they didn't have a way to put it out, because that the independent scene wasn't there yet. Like, they didn't have an underground to where you could just be your manager, your A&R, your label, and all that shit. Like, that shit was still all in the works. You know what I mean? So I think in the time period now, you get more music from people like these guys, and then everybody starts thinking, oh, hip hop don't got no age limit. I don't think it had an age limit. I just think they didn't have a way to be able to be, because you got these older guys that I'm talking about. You go look at any of their social medias, their numbers are still there. So it has nothing to do with them saying, oh, I'm not in the trend, so I'm not making music. Because if you go back, you could go hear their music over that time. Like, I just heard a song from MC Shan that he just put out a week or two ago. And I'm like, damn, he's still making music. Then I go back and listen, he's putting out music in 2000. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, damn, maybe they just didn't have an outlet.
I mean, all those things was there. Napster and all that shit was there. Motherfuckers had outlets. I mean, my thing is this. I mean, me personally, like this is I'm gonna tell just me personally, this is where I get caught up at. You know, it's like, yo, dude, I'm in that age bracket. There's nothing trending about you talking about selling cocaine. You get what I'm saying? So now it gets to, you get what I'm saying? This is the mentality of somebody in our age bracket. Like, yo, so now a lot of people in our age bracket, we enjoy the music. You get what I'm saying? What's trending, I think, is the chains, the look, the movement, the certain vocab. You get what I'm saying? You like rappers who's nice, like you take a Buster. Buster can use all 90s vocabulary and spit a dope rhyme, right? Then he can spit the same rhyme and use all of today's vocabulary, and everybody would be like, yo, this shit is super fire. Lit, he changed lit with fresh, you know, cap with dope. You get what I'm saying? Like I said, it's and you're right, you're absolutely right. There isn't an age with hip hop. You can't say, yo, after 35, you can't do hip hop. That's dumb. That's fucked up.
That's exactly what I'm saying. I don't think there's an age limit. I think they just got lost. Like shout out Aaron Boogie. They just got shut out because they had no way. They get dropped from these major labels, right? Nobody re-signs them. They don't get to go do another contract, so they get lost in the wind.
But look what Dave said, and this is what I'm talking about with the trends.
Yeah. So Kay would tell you the game went for gangster and he didn't fit. The 90s followed every trend. Gangster blew up, which dreaded people, the native tongue and such. So again, gangster rap ain't hip hop. Hang on, gangster rap is not trendy now either. But Big Daddy Kane is still putting out music. So you can't tell me.
But people aren't bumping. They're not talking about Big Daddy Kane, just like they wasn't talking about. Because what? Because he has the same music.
These guys, no, because these guys don't. These younger guys ain't going to look for them. Now, all right. So think about it. We don't got the internet. Who's talking about KRS-One? Who's talking about Big Daddy Kane? Who's talking about MC Shan? Who's talking about all these artists who paved the way? Who's talking about it? Where do you hear them? Where do you go see them? No. Answer the question. Answer the question. If we don't have the internet, there's no internet. All there was magazines like there was in the 90s. How do the people hear about the Slick Ricks, the KRS-Ones, and all that? Just quick question. How do they hear about it?
They got to put in the footwork.
How do they put in the footwork though? How do you hear about the artists who paved the way before you when there's no way to actually go Google them? There's no internet. There's no none of that. So how do you hear about them? How do you get the music?
Oh, you're gonna find a way, homie. You're gonna find a way.
No, let's keep it a style. I need a real answer because what I'm trying to say is you don't. You don't. No, because you don't. I'm talking about the 90s. There was no internet. I didn't hear artists from Staten Island.
People put in the footwork. People went to concerts. These people opened up. These people did a circuit. They went and traveled. That's how people knew who these people was. That's why Waka Flocka mom was so famous, because she took people from that circuit and took them all around all those little areas to where by the time they got back down to New York, everybody down south already knew them. Word of mouth, showing up at these places. That's how you got trending. Now it's just easy.
So the point I was trying to make was, in the 90s, you ain't had no internet. You couldn't go and search nobody. The way you heard music was either your friend heard it, they went somewhere, they traveled to a different state, they heard the artist, they bring it back, they told you about it, or you so happen to have some money and you did go to a concert like Shaw said. So now, in the internet period, this shit is at your fingertips. It's easy to find a new artist or go back and listen to some shit from an old artist. So which is why when you get an artist who gets dropped from a label in the 90s or early 2000s, you don't hear from them because they don't have a way or outlet to get you the music that they're making. A good perfect example is like Young Buck. He was just popping in 2005, 6, or whatever the fuck that was. He's putting out music to this day, but nobody knows unless they fucking with him and going to follow him.
You know why? Because that shit ain't fucking popping. That shit ain't trending. That's why nobody's hearing about it. If Young Buck put out a classic, motherfuckers would hear about that shit. Instead, I mean, that's my thing. It's like nothing is stopping them now. So if they're still making good music and they're still putting out good music, it's even easier now because now you don't need a record label. Hence, you got Busta Rhymes. You got people who are from that era who, because they make good, solid music and stay relevant, stay what's going on, they can come out with a good album. There's nothing stopping Big Daddy Kane right now from putting out an album, is there? He has every opportunity Griselda has, right?
Yeah, but I don't think you heard me. He is putting out music. That's the point I'm saying. He's putting out music and people. He's putting out music and people. Somebody's listening to it, and the reason he's able to do that is because of the age we're in. That's the point I'm trying to make. So in the 2000s, somebody who was making music in the 70s and 80s don't have an outlet to give the music to people. So the only people who listening to them are the people in their neighborhoods because the major's not backing them. So then now you get this beautiful era that we're in now, and you can put music out willy-nilly. It don't matter. It don't matter if you're not trending. You could put the music out. Now you're gonna get the numbers. That's a different talk. I'm not talking about numbers and who views it. What I'm saying is the opportunity to put it out. Because there's young artists right now who's trending who ain't doing numbers. That's not it. What I'm saying is an outlet for them to put out the music. I don't think at any point did they say
you're not trending unless you're doing numbers. That's the whole point of trending, is that you're popular. Whether you're streaming, whether you're being talked about, that's what trending is, to be popular. So you can't say there's rappers out who are trending who aren't popular, who aren't getting the numbers. That's the whole point of trending, Chris.
I didn't say that. I didn't say there's rappers out who's not trending. What I'm saying is they're not, just because they're not selling the music don't mean they're not putting it out. That's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about trends. I'm not talking about that's you. What I'm saying is they got lost in the sauce because they didn't have an outlet to put it out. That's what I'm saying. I don't think it was an age thing. Don't get me wrong. I think at some point they thought, damn, I'm not making the bop that these kids are doing, so let me chill. But I don't think they was like, I'm never making music no more. I just think they needed to figure out a way to get the shit that they make out to the people. Now, if it got bored of, it became trendy, I'm not talking about that. What I'm saying is I think they got lost because they didn't have an outlet. And now since the times changed, they have an outlet. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I get it. But even with the outlet, and all their history and all their rhymesmiths and whatever, there's artists that are actually whacker than what they are, but because they're trending, they're good. Their albums are going to get more play. It has nothing to do with numbers. It's just what's talked about. It might not even have nothing to do with the music. This motherfucker might show up in a dress.
Plays his numbers.
What I'm saying is,
plays his numbers.
No. But what I'm saying is, people. No. But what I'm saying is, when you get to trending, like say Big Daddy Kane and Lil Pump put out an album at the same day, right? Mm-hmm. Me and you know we prefer Big Daddy Kane rapping, right? But Lil Pump decides to fucking come out with a skirt on the day the album drops. Because people are attacking this, his album is gonna get played. So now it has nothing to do with Kane's ability to spit. It's what's trending. That's not trending. No, like this is what I'm saying. Like it's even with Hove. Hove only captures, if you pay attention to Hove's bass ain't getting that much older because them niggas is dying. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Let me ask you this, because Lewis, shout out Lewis. He said, Chris, he said they got lost because they wasn't popping anymore. So you telling me
trending.
Yeah, trending, popping, right? So you telling me that they got lost in the sauce because they wasn't popping anymore? Does he mean by rapping, or but because the label, like as I was saying, was putting these marketing dollars behind these artists to be seen and be heard, and then all of a sudden when their contract is ended and the label don't see no use for them anymore because they're expanding and growing and going new avenues, they wasn't popping? Help me understand that, Lewis, because that's where I'm lost. Because I don't think it's that they wasn't popping. That's just my opinion. I don't think KRS was never not popping. I just think music changed. His outlet got restricted because he's not backed by these big companies to actually put it out and put it in front of people's faces as it was. You know what I mean? So that now all of a sudden times change, they get an outlet, and now he's able to put something out. Now, is it trending? I'm not saying by any means is it trending, but does he have a core fan base? Yes. Does he make enough money to live off of it? No, I'm talking to Lewis. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking this in general. And these older artists, like we all got a perception of you made it by a certain number or by a certain standard. You made it by your own motherfucking perception, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah. I mean, my thing is this: I can't. Aaron chimed in, and they grew and moved to other ventures. My thing is this: it's like, yo, KRS-One, even when he was still on the label, I outgrew KRS-One. You know when I outgrew KRS-One? when he did the Jack of Spade joint. So anytime after that, it kind of felt like I kind of felt like, all right, I'm not jacking him. So now for me to get back to him, I don't give a fuck how much music he made. He has to bring something to me that where I could be like, oh, I'm digging this shit. You get what I'm saying? And like me and you, we love music. We don't necessarily like what's trending. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's a good point, because that's exactly what I'm saying. If you fuck with an artist, so like for instance, Busta Rhymes, like I'm saying, yo, I don't want to go listen to him because I don't want to be disappointed, right? Yeah, but Lewis, you're right. I said he didn't evolve, but that don't mean he ain't popping. He's popping as somebody. That's your perception of it. Understand that, my G. That's your perception of it. So when somebody says, like Dave said earlier, in the 90s, it wasn't cool to be a rapper at 30, 40. That's that person's perception. That's not the rule. That's not what the say end all be all.
No. Yeah, but on Dave's point with that, there's certain things that have changed with the rules of hip hop. Like hip hop is like America. Like before in hip hop, you couldn't be gay. You couldn't be a gay rapper. And now No.
I was gonna say something to Lewis. No. I agree with everything you're saying. I didn't mean to cut you off.
So now you know shit evolved. Shit that normally we wouldn't think was hip hop is classified as hip hop. Hip hop is like a child. It's like the country is gonna grow. There's gonna be some things we accept, some things we don't accept. But because hip hop has grew so much, so fast, and so out of control, there's no setting no rules. So you can't say after 35, you're done with hip hop. You're done rapping. I mean, if you spit that shit, think about it. Snoop is how old? If Snoop drops an album, Snoop is gonna stream. Are you fucking kidding?
He's in his 50s. He's going in his 50s. So
he's gonna stream. Better yet, if Dr. Dre drops that fucking Detox, what do you think that's gonna do? He's gonna shut down the internet. He's gonna at his age. And he won't have nobody under 35 on it.
Check it out. That's a perfect example. Dre's not relevant right now. Everybody knows Dre, but is he relevant?
No. Don't do that. Dre's always gonna be relevant.
No. You're missing. You always gonna left. What I'm saying is, hold on. Listen to what I'm saying.
Okay, go ahead.
Are these younger kids talking about Dre? Are they worried about going to get a beat from Dre? Are they talking about that? Yes or no?
I look at Dre.
Hold on. It ain't what you look at. Yes or no? We know he's relevant. We know who he is to hip hop. What I'm saying is, as a trending thing,
these young niggas would kill for a Dre beat.
That's not the question. Are they going? I don't know if they are, if they're not. But what I'm saying is, he's not being talked about a lot right now, right? But if he was to drop an album, he would stream crazy, right? So that goes back to that relevant shit. Just because he's not as relevant as he was back in the day, don't mean he's not gonna do these numbers that we're talking. Like, say to the buck, let's keep it a buck.
Fair, dude. I'm gonna keep it a buck. That's not fair.
It's fair or not.
No. Think about it. Every time you see a pair of beats, what's the first thing that comes to your head? Your mind.
Dre.
All right, so he is relevant. He's trending. Dude, they're doing new beats every year. So every year you're reminded of Dre. You're not reminded. He has the luxury that he doesn't have to put out music and still be trending or relevant. And his music could suck. Like, we could get Detox and that shit be cold ass. But because Dre is so popular in pop culture, we're going to give it a spin. Dude, he's going to break the internet. And then everybody's going to talk about how whack it is or how upset they were.
I don't think y'all understand me. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is he's not relevant right now. Like, he's not, you're not hearing about him every day. Relevant is being seen and be heard all the time. Like, that's the trending topic. That's what that's relevant, right? Or am I bugging? Or did I don't understand the definition, right? Okay. So he's not relevant right now. But if he dropped, people will go stream it crazy. So when somebody tells me, yo, it's a trending thing, people only fuck with what's trending right now, that point that you guys are saying just proved my point. And same thing with Lewis is saying, you missing my point. No, you missing my point, my G. Like, I think y'all arguing me without listening to what I'm saying. I agree with y'all saying. What I'm saying is these guys, Dre's not Busta Rhymes wasn't relevant 2 weeks ago, but he drops the album and he's doing fucking phenomenal.
Well, T.I. fucked that package up. T.I. boosted that shit because no, listen.
No, he did. He did.
No, T.I.
But before that, I think that was planned. But that's besides the point. What I'm saying is Before that, we was waiting for how long for the album? And I'm talking about avid fans, people who fuck with Busta. You was waiting since 2011 to hear this music. No young kid was worried about no Busta Rhymes. Right? Now, all of a sudden, the beef happened, whatever. I'm going to fast forward all that. The album drops. His numbers is fucking through the roof. So you can't tell me, this is what I don't understand. You can't tell me an artist who's not trending can't pop. Because we know a Dre will, a Busta will.
Now, hold on. I could go and get you from the time, right, the week before his album dropped, how many times Busta was in social media or on the top of hip hop news or any hip hop outlet. So now what I'm saying is, don't say he's not trending, dude, because all these hip hop sites that are thisis50.com, Breakfast Club is talking about it. Everybody's bringing up T.I. coming out the side of his face for Busta, right? So now he's doing promotion.
He's doing promotion. Hold on, so he's doing promotion.
No,
he's doing what an artist should do.
No, listen. No, what I'm saying is, it wasn't, Jeezy's not putting out an album, and T.I. went at Jeezy too. You get what I'm saying? So now Jeezy is trending. I'm pretty sure if Jeezy put out an album, he would do great numbers too, because there's something trending going on right now.
T.I. didn't go after Busta. T.I. didn't go after Busta.
No, he's a fool. But what I'm saying is,
no, but I'm saying he didn't say nothing about Busta.
What?
T.I. didn't start the thing with Busta. Busta started the thing with T.I. T.I. was talking shit about New York hip hop.
Yeah, because New York hip hop, and who's a vet of New York hip hop?
Right.
So I mean, but and then he gets on there and says, "I'll bust your ass and Jeezy ass at the same time," which is like, dude, you don't think T.I. knew this nigga had a fucking album coming out?
No, at that point, everybody knew he had an album coming out. As soon as the night that Busta went live and said, talking his shit to start the thing between him and T.I., he talked about his album.
So this is what I'm saying.
If you knew marketing and promotion, you knew what time it was.
All right, so check it out, right? So Busta did that to become trending, to make himself in the spotlight, relevant, so that he could get good numbers. But had he not done that and just released the album with no publicity, no trending, no going on Instagram Live, beefing with T.I. about a versus, had he just put it out the same way KRS puts out his music, do you think it would have been received the same? A lot of people didn't even know it was coming out until he said it. And he's been working.
Yeah, he didn't let it out. Nobody
so
really
now he's relevant, or his numbers are going crazy because he's trending, because he's hip.
Tell me if I'm bugging, if I'm not hearing you right. So what you saying is the whole T.I. thing and Busta thing didn't happen, he wouldn't do the numbers that he just did.
No, I'm not saying that. No, what I'm saying is, had he just put it out without trying to be trending, if you just put it out, no, think about it, because a lot of people do that. Don't do that. A lot of people just put out music. Beyonce puts out music and don't do nothing. She drops it, and then nobody knows that it's out until it's streamed 1 million times. So don't say that.
Right. No, what I'm saying is
he needs that. I'm
not saying that. I'm asking you if that's what you were saying, because that's how it sounded. So I'm trying to
clarify.
What I'm saying is
he needed something trending to boost his numbers. Yes, absolutely.
That's what I asked. I'm not saying yes or no. I'm asking you. I'm trying to understand what you're saying. So,
yes, absolutely.
So you saying Busta don't do the numbers he's doing if he don't pull the stunt that he did?
I don't even want to call it a stunt. What I'm saying is he understands what I'm saying is that Busta understands that to stream a lot of records, you got to tap into what's hip. What's hip? These Instagram beefs. This is what I need to go on and get things going to help. Now, my core audience, he's not worried about his core audience because we gonna fuck with him. You get what I'm saying? Like, think about it, dude. Think about it. You said it yourself. You probably would have listened to the album had it not been so many other people jumping on his dick already. That's what pushed you away.
Yeah, because I can't go by. I can't.
But that's what
I've been disappointed. I've been disappointed by so many people. It goes back to this trending shit. I'm so disappointed by what people say is trendy and want to follow. That shit, I stray away from it because I'm different, right? Because every time because somebody tell me something hot, the first couple times they caught me, and I go and I'm like, oh, and I'm like, what the fuck? They like, no, what he's wearing is not. Oh, that purse, that no, you know what I'm saying? So that is why that's what threw me off. So me, I'm different than. That's why I'm trying to understand you guys because I don't go with what's trendy. So that's why I'm asking these genuine questions because I really, honestly, in my heart, think that if a Big Daddy Kane or KRS-One put out an album right now and actually promoted it and pushed it, I think it would do numbers.
Yeah, but now when you talk about promoting to get
because that's what Busta did. That's promotion.
Okay, but listen what I'm saying, Chris. You go back to what we saying. To get A1 promotion is to be trending. Is to go viral.
You pay for it. You pay.
No. But it's to go viral. It's to be trending. It's to be the most talked about subject at a certain period of time.
Right.
That's good marketing.
You pay for the looks. Listen, and I hope anybody tuning in don't think that they getting all these interviews and all this shit. Just something is going on. Something is being exchanged. Like don't. So that's promotion. They're paying. You gotta spend money. They're paying for promotion. So whether you see Busta, the only thing that was free was probably when he went to the IG Live. You know what I'm saying? That's free promotion.
What better way? Because that's what the kids are doing. That's what the hip kids are doing. You know what was hip back in his day? Doing a full layout in the source.
Right.
You know why he's not doing that? Because nobody's reading the source. Or get the cover of Vibe. You get what I'm saying? You know why he's not doing that? Because nobody's reading. Half these motherfuckers don't even know what Vibe or the source is.
Right. Let me ask you this. And I hope Lewis is tuned in too, because this shit just popped in my head. So you telling me when they do, well, now you telling me, let me ask you this. When they do all these verses with these legends who supposedly are not trending to the standards that everybody's talking about, that that is being seen every day or heard every day, or the new thing, right? How do they do the numbers then?
No, because they're tapping into, because the older people are tapping in to the newer market. They had the Patti LaBelle and who did it? Who Patti LaBelle and I think Gladys Knight did it, or whoever they did. Yeah. All right, yo, listen, none of those kids knew it, but because it's on IG and my grandma played these records, they were trending. They were the hottest thing talked about during that period. Nobody knows their music. Nobody. I mean, they remember it, but nobody's going out buying their albums. But I'm pretty sure after that, they got more streams. Everybody, but it's marketing. So now we're saying the same thing. The hip and hip hop is great marketing because you go out and find out what's hip. Prime example, Jermaine Dupri with Crisscross. Nobody thought about wearing their pants backwards. You get what I'm saying? But he made that hip. He made that trending. So for a while, that was the move.
Hang on. While we on the same page in the book, because you said we're saying the same thing, which we have been saying the same thing. We are pretty much saying the same thing. So let's go back real quick. Let's go back to the 90s and 2000s, right? When you have an artist, let's say they did these versus battles then, and there was no internet. How do these artists get trending to sell records when nobody ain't following them, right? Right? You follow me? Are you agreeing with me thus far? That's the point I was trying to make earlier. So these artists who everybody says are not really the shit right now, don't mean that they're not making music. Don't mean that it was because the age limit or the said, because you over 40, you can't rap no more. That's the point I was trying to make earlier. It's not because they were over 40. They didn't have the means to do what is going on right now. Patti LaBelle and the lady you said just a minute ago don't have these means then. They have them now, which is why they're able to become
trending.
And what everybody says is trending, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So again, it proves my point. I don't think these artists were trash or they didn't evolve, they didn't evolve. I agree they didn't evolve, but I don't think they're not trending now because they're not they just they do it in a different avenue, a different lane now. You know what I mean? Because that's the opportunities they afforded now that they wasn't afforded then to be able to do the things that they're doing now.
You know how I look at that? I look at that as Amish people, because there's nothing stopping you from doing it. You have a faith or belief that you don't want to use social media to promote your album. You just putting it out to the masses any type of way you can, and then thinking that it's gonna work.
Yeah, like throw it to the wall and hope it sticks.
That's what I'm saying. There's tools. So now I don't feel sorry for Sadat X if he's not getting streamed, because he has the same opportunities as fucking 6ix9ine to get streams. You get what I'm saying? Or anybody else.
Right.
So
in the era of today, but they didn't have
right now. So now, which is even more doper, because hip hop is saying it's okay to be over 40 and rapping. Just like we just recently said, it's okay to be a gay rapper. You get what I'm saying? Or to be a stud rapper. It's okay. Hip hop has opened its arms to that. So now, but I mean, it was just like the country. Racism back in the day, it was the way of life. You get what I'm saying? Back in the day, listen, this is what we did. After 30, it was you was a poop butt, you was trying to rap. You get what I'm saying? But now the game has evolved. The game, hip hop has evolved, not the rappers. It's the game. It's the game itself. So now you got to be able to shake and move with it. Jay-Z didn't really change his rhyme style, so he's not really jacking too much of the new flow. The beats is all, I mean, music never really ever dies. So the music is always going to be current. Now he just has to figure out how to tap you in to what bring what he wants to bring is relevancy to today. Some people will miss it, some people won't. You get what I'm saying? But his core
let's keep it a buck. Even a Buster, right? To touch on the evolving point. Let's keep it all the way a stack. I haven't heard the album, but from the songs that you heard, do they sound like Buster? Like, did Buster change? Did he change his style with what's going on now? From the tracks that you heard?
Nah, from what I heard, I'm excited to go and listen to it.
No, hold on. No. What I'm saying is his style. When you listen to what you heard, when you was like, damn, this is the Bust that I know. Style wise. Or did he try to rap like the way they acted?
Buster can rap, nigga.
No, but that's not what I'm saying. You're getting offensive. You're getting offensive. The question I'm asking, all right. So the question I'm asking is he didn't change his style to what's going on now, right? But he's still able. That's what I'm asking, because I haven't heard it. So I'm asking you.
I wouldn't say that he changed his style. It's Buster, like the rhyme schemes is Buster. The music evolves. You get what I'm saying? The content might evolve, but the rhyme scheme and how he flips words and the thing that makes you love Buster, he's still very good at.
Right. All right. So now follow me. Shall I answer my question? You're going all over the place. Listen to me. So when you heard Buster and you heard it, because again, I didn't listen to it. This is why I didn't want to listen to it. Because
your wife in the building talking shit. She's like, nah, the songs I heard were whack.
So now, again, I didn't listen to it because I don't want to be disappointed. I don't want Buster to do what these kids are doing. I want to hear Buster, as a fan, right? So I'm asking you because you heard it. When you heard it, you felt like you was listening to Buster when Buster is like, not saying that he changed, but you listen to the prime, the core Buster, right?
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna put it like this. I like the work. When I went in listening to what I was listening to, I wasn't disappointed that it was Buster. That Buster didn't disappoint me. That's what I'm saying.
It was the Buster. So in other words, it was the Buster that you were used to.
I've always known. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just 2020. Like
so he didn't evolve, and what I mean by evolve is he didn't change his style to what is going on now.
Well, I mean, see,
help me understand, because
you being funny, dude. Because you said
I'm not being funny. I'm not being funny. What I'm asking is, did he sound
evolve your cadence?
No, I'm not asking the cadence. I know, of course, you're gonna rhyme better and you're gonna flow better. What I'm saying is, when you hear his shit, did it sound dumbed down like you hear some of the newer artists that are so-called trending now? Did it sound like Little Baby? Did it sound like fucking Little Pump? Did it sound like Little Ooh Wow? Whatever the fuck these kids name? Did it sound?
No, Buster's album sounds like a Buster's album that last extinction level extinction. The last one.
That's what I'm asking. That's all I'm asking.
Exactly what it sounded like. It sounded like it was done in 2020.
He didn't conform his style. He stood true to Buster Rhymes, and he still is trending. Right?
Because he followed the steps to be trending.
Yeah. But that got nothing to do with the question of that. That got nothing against you going somewhere else. What I'm saying is
playing words semantics. That's what it is.
no, I'm not playing words semantics. All I want to know is when I go listen to this album, is it gonna be the Buster that I want to fucking listen to? That's what I'm trying to get to. If
but
not,
no, that's not what you're getting to because I answered that. So now you're gonna tell me
yeah.
that he didn't change. He didn't change nothing that he's done over the last 2 years, and he's still able to stream the way he streams. Everybody,
no, that's because of promotion. I'm not. That's because of promotion. I'm not talking about promotion.
No,
I'm not.
right.
He does the numbers because of the promotion. What I'm saying is,
does that
even
because
though
Buster has a base. Buster can rap.
No, he
Buster
does.
still
He did promotion behind the album. He did what he was supposed to do as an album, as an artist, and promoted the album and got it to the right people, and people seeing it. What I'm saying is he was able to still be him and still. So if the shit was trash, like my wife said, if it was trash, like my wife said, nobody would continue to listen and listen and listen. So he stood himself. And people are still listening and listening and listening. So going back to Lewis's point, he didn't evolve. And what I mean by, I'm not saying that he didn't evolve in his cadences and his rhyme skills and his complexity of how he laid out his song. What I'm saying is he didn't change the way to the style that these kids are doing now.
He didn't conform to what's the norm right now. That's what you mean.
Right. He didn't change. He didn't change.
Studio and say, I'm gonna do this album the way these niggas is doing the album so that I can sell albums.
Right. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I get that.
So,
I get that.
You can't tell me that an artist has to conform because when you have when you gotta, and I tell people this shit all the time. Hold on, I tell people this shit all the time. Figure out your niche audience, right? I say that shit every fucking show, damn near. Figure out your niche audience. As an artist, as anything, as an entrepreneur, anything. Once you have a niche, anything, those are your supporters. Now, the perception of how successful you are, because success is based on what that person feels is success, right? So if somebody makes 20 hours a day, they might think they're successful. They make 300 million, that's success. So we're not talking about the person's success. What I'm saying is, it's really, damn man, I can't. I feel like I'm repeating myself. I feel like
I get your point. I get your point. Like, listen, but 5 years ago, we would have listened to it, or have we evolved as consumers? That's a very
we evolved as consumers too.
I mean,
that's a very good point. We evolve as consumers because we have a different way.
Yeah,
because a different way of getting the product.
Yeah, if there was no IG, then and you had to go out to the store and get it, or you had to pay a subscription and download it, a lot of motherfuckers would have bootlegged that motherfuckers, which they probably do it now anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Streams, you know, and even with great streams, he has to do a lot more streams to equal dollars. So it's never going to equal out to what it was back in the day. Good point, Aaron. But no, I get it. He didn't have to conform to the stupid shit that
I don't think no artist does when they have a niche audience, when they have a niche consumer. Like you don't have like Tech Nine. He's a niche artist. Let's keep it a buck, but he's the most independent, successful artist.
True hip hop people, they don't conform. The people either fuck with it or they don't fuck with it. Right. So I mean, there's mad deal. Listen, if you ask people who won the battle between Jay-Z and Nas, majority of people are gonna say Nas. You get what I'm saying? The same people that tell you Nas are going to tell you, yo, what'd you think about this album? There's some albums that he came out with that are like, yo, listen, I'm not fucking with this nigga. Not to say that, you know what I'm saying? He's not dope, or, yo, I like this album more so than that. People grab it. When you're a solid artist, you make the people. You start the wave.
Yeah, like Busta. Let's say like his core fans went and checked out the music. But being that, you know, it's trending now, these younger kids are gonna go check it out. That's just the power of the thing. No, but they're gonna listen. Yeah, but they're gonna right. In order to stay trending, it has to be up to the standards of something or this internet world or whatever.
And how do you stay trending?
He hasn't did nothing else.
No. I mean, I'm asking you, does Busta go and say somebody's about to put out an album now, and they do everything that Busta's doing, but they haven't made the album, but they want the long-term success. Do they go and get some of these niggas that stay trending on the album to ensure their success, or to ensure there's gonna? If
you paying attention to how the social media works right now, a lot of these artists are doing that. Like they're
No,
going
but
to grab these viral guys and they're
well, this
they're doing their videos with them.
all right.
Or
Like say take a Q-Tip. A Q-Tip is say he's working on an album, and now Q-Tip's always been an eccentric rapper. He's never been the kind of rapper that we conform to all the time. Like what's mainly played in our shit. But we fuck with Tribe Called Quest. You get what I'm saying? So now Q-Tip is coming out with an album. Now, normally you didn't buy the last Q-Tip album. I didn't buy the last Q-Tip album. Let's keep it a buck. It is what it is. But now he comes out and Q-Tip got a song with Benny the Butcher. He got a song with, you get what I'm saying? What are these other niggas? He got a song with Lil Baby. You get what I'm saying? And now it's like, and they're promoting it and they're slapping it. And it's like, I don't remember this nigga Q-Tip on this type of wave. But, now me, I might look at it as like, nah, it's a gimmick. Because I'm used to knowing what Q-Tip does. You get what I'm saying? But now it comes out and it slaps and does numbers. Is it because of the gimmick, or is it because he stayed relevant with these new people? You get what I'm saying? Like, yo, it's no different from Ron Isley and R. Kelly. Like Ron Isley always could sing, but he got more. They brought him back into the picture once he started doing the Mr. Big with R. Kelly.
Lewis said, "There you go, Shaw. That's surviving."
That's what.
That's
there you go. I'm not fucking with you.
Yeah,
no, it was a good conversation, and I think we need to have it more so like this because we have a lot of young artists, not young, career-wise young, I want to say, and they need to pick up and learn from a lot of these older guys' mistakes. You get what I'm saying? See where they might have went wrong. Like you don't have to repeat the same mistakes. All you gotta do is look at it.
I think if anything, they need to just understand that the power is in their hands. You know what I mean? If you could gather anything from these older artists, is like I was saying earlier, they needed machines to be heard and be seen. The whole thing I've been saying the whole show. These artists get lost in the source from the older days because in the time period from the 90s to 2000, they didn't have, if they got dropped from those labels, they didn't have a machine to push them to the forefront so that they could be seen and be heard the way they were being seen by these MTVs and all the what's now known as Viacom and all that shit. Now you have the internet, you know what I mean? So you could go do it as you please, which is why a guy like KRS-One is still relevant. He hasn't conformed, he hasn't evolved in Lewis's terms, but he's still motherfucking relevant. MC Shan, like, yo, they just talking about doing the verses with MC Shan and KRS-One. And if you don't know hip hop, you don't know that these two were beefing back in the day. Like there's really a beef with them, and KRS-One says he's the one. Hold on. But KRS-One is the one who says he shut that whole shit down with them. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that's a different thing. But we don't know that. The point I'm saying is we don't know that. We don't have these times now. You know what I'm saying?
As a consumer, and we gotta get out after this one. Yo, dude, would you really be interested in a versus with them niggas?
Why I would? Why? Because I want to hear the story on what happened. What really happened for both of them? Because for years, hip hop heads, if you a hip hop head, MC Shan got lost in the source. He started getting high, smoking crack, doing all type of shit.
Dude, you want to hear 20 songs from these niggas? Go watch it.
No, I don't want to hear the songs. I want to hear, because when they doing the verses, they talking and they stories are gonna be told, shit's gonna be said. That's what I want to hear. I don't care. I could care about the music. I'm talking about the history of it. Like we don't have this in the like think about it. Like Big Pun. There's like footage now of him it's been coming out over the years, but of him, ripping motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? If it was 90s and 2000, we would have never seen it or heard it.
Nigga, I got footage of you rapping.
Right. And again, perfect example. If it's not the era that it is now, how would you let people see it or hear it? It would be so hard. You know what I'm saying? And I need the artists to understand.
I let everybody see it when they come to my house.
Exactly.
I play my wedding video. Yo, listen, I play my wedding video first, and I say, yo, you guys want to see Chris rap? And they be like, yeah, put it on, dude. I got it right on the laptop, nigga. But,
listen, let's end the show like this. Let's end it like this. Right. Artists, at the end of the day, it's in your hands, right? Don't let nobody tell you there's no age limit. Don't let nobody tell you gotta evolve. Find your fucking niche audience. Find what you do. Find what you do and what sells for you and what your level. Nah, because everybody thinks they gotta change with what's going on. Like right now, let me go take this off and put on an extra small shirt because it's fucking relevant. That's not what it is. Find your niche audience. Find you. What sells is you.
Absolutely.
Figure out how to sell you to the people. Don't let nobody tell you, oh no, you have to do this like this. Like a 6ix9ine is fucking horrible, but he figured out his niche, whether it was how he did it, however the fuck he did is how he did it. But he figured his niche out. He might not be doing it now, but he figured it out then. You know what I mean? So figure out your niche. Figure out how you're gonna get the shit to work to you. Figure out your marketing, your promotion, all that shit. Get your shit in order and go. Don't listen to what the motherfucker tell you, because there's somebody out there who's gonna press play on your shit. Somebody gonna press play on your shit.
Yeah, not only that, but you gotta you can't be scared to be you. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna get it being anybody else. So
you're not gonna be successful being anybody else. You're not. No way. You'll be an overnighter like the rest of those people who come on here with these gimmicks that these labels are pushing to us, and that's it. Now, I'm not being a bully. I'm just it's the facts, man. We gotta stop telling these people that you gotta conform to what's going on now. You need to change. No, you don't fucking need to change. You need to figure out how you're gonna get your shit to where it needs to go so you could be successful. What success is to you. Stop telling me success is $1 million. A motherfucker who make $100 a day. Like I see somebody say today, yo, how come a crackhead who has no means to get no money but could figure out a way to get crack every day? But then you get a motherfucker who has a 9 to 5 who will give you an excuse why he can't go do this and why he can't go do that.
No. Yeah.
If that crackhead figured out how to get his shit and how to get his day popping, because that's successful to him, that's successful to him. Who the fuck is anybody else to tell him it's not?
No, absolutely. No. If he can figure out how to smoke crack, then hey, it's a success.
Yeah, I mean, if that's his success story, and that goes with these artists. Don't sit here and let somebody tell you, you got to do 1 million streams to be successful and get a gold plaque. And you don't got to do none of that. If you set a goal, I think that's where everything starts at. If you set a goal to say, yo, listen, or you open a studio and say, yo, listen, if I get one person a day for the month, you could pay X, Y, and Z bill. You successful. You don't gotta go work for the man. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't even perform. That's what it's about.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to get this video on. I don't know how we're gonna play it. Maybe we play the video and then get up out of here.
Yeah. Oh, next week, don't forget Battle of the Podcast, man. Really excited about that one. Me and Shy are gonna link up, get these 3 videos ironed out. Because you know we're gonna go heavy. We're gonna go heavy, man. We're gonna go crazy on it while Shy's working it out. Get popping is easy, stay relevant is hard, homie. Exactly. Right.
Yeah, it takes a lot of work.
Yeah, to stay relevant does, but the people who stay relevant don't necessarily stay relevant because they evolve. They're not like Busta Rhymes is not wearing tight ass jeans right now and some fucking purse around his neck. He didn't change or conform to what's going on now, but he's still yet relevant. That's the point I'm trying to make. You don't got listen, man. When you have that fucking lane, you don't need to conform to what's going on now. You got your lane. It don't matter if you only sell 50,000 units. That's your lane. You know what I mean? And like how I said earlier with Tech 9, he got his lane. He's horrible in my eyes, but he has his lane. That's why he's able to do what he does.
Damn, why you throw something over the? I mean, he got longevity, right? A lot of niggas fuck with that nigga.
Right, but you can't tell. He's relevant. He's relevant to his lane. Right?
Yeah.
Now you hear about him here and there, but he's not like the smoking gun. He's relevant in his lane. KRS is relevant in his lane. Sadat X is relevant in his lane. Lewis is relevant in his lane. You know what I'm saying?
No, because some people think they relevant in their lane and they might be the only nigga in their lane. So that definitely makes them relevant.
But that relevancy to again is that person's perception, right? You know what I'm saying? If we're gonna say relevant is the whole internet, then I agree with you wholeheartedly. But relevant, like for me right now, let's just say if I'm a conceited ass motherfucker, yo, man, relevant. Yo, last night I got 300 views. That's really not shit, but in my perception of that, you know what I'm saying? So again, going back to the point, the artist. Get your lane. Get your lane. Figure out how to monopolize your lane. Don't let nobody tell you have to do it this way or that way or that way. You know what I'm saying? Even with producers, when you're making these beats, I like. Don't get me wrong. I like when I go on YouTube and I'm listening to shit and I hear a certain type beat because I go and I press it and I try to see if it's something similar. But I don't like it in the same thing because they're trying to be somebody else. Like they're just trying to sell this beat because they made it sound like somebody else. That's conforming.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that's what you need to do to be relevant in today's music.
Nah, you made a valid point. So what's up? You want to get into this video? What's shaking?
Yeah, he said Bad Bunny is a perfect example. Got out his lane and now he runs the industry. He was popping back then. He all right, Lewis, he evolved. But don't mean he's trending. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's trending in his lane, my man. In his lane. Because I don't listen to Bad Bunny. So to me, he's not because he's not in my lane.
Well, I mean, yeah, but not to say that he's not doing his thing.
Yeah, but
it's just not
exactly my point. It's not my cup of tea. So that's what I'm trying to say. Don't mean like, yo, listen, and I hope, man, I hope people are not telling these kids this shit. You know what I mean? Yo, listen, man, you gotta be like this one, or you gotta be like this one, you gotta be like that one. Because what I tell my kids every day is be you. Be
Absolutely.
You. I love you for you. Whatever you're gonna do, I got you. I don't want you to go be this, or what you see on TV, or this show that we was watching. Oh, yo, you got to change to do what this kid does, or that. No, I want you to be you, and that's what I'm telling these artists. Be you. You know what I mean? If you want what they call what Lewis is saying is selling out. Let's keep it a fact. Let's keep it a buck. If you want to sell out and do what everybody else is doing, by all means, that's up to you too.
I'm gonna keep it. Let's be fair. There's a thin line between evolving and selling out.
No.
You're not gonna say that
it's hard. It's hard to get the commercial success today without selling out. What I mean by selling out is trying to make one of these trendy ass fucking songs, and you break away from your element of making music. You know what I'm saying? If somebody evolves, they change their whole style. They change their whole thing. They kind of create a whole nother persona, right?
Yeah.
Like
no, absolutely. I mean,
I evolved from where I was 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I was fucking on the corner doing dumb shit. I evolved. I changed, right? I adapted with the time. I had to move forward. It was either, yo, listen, I'm gonna do this and end up going to jail for life, or I'm gonna fucking change my life and conform to being a productive member of society. Right?
Yeah. Well, it was either that or, I mean, but some people might look at you as selling out.
Right. A lot of people do. That's the point I'm trying to make. A lot of people tell me I'm selling out, and that's the same thing with these artists.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that you're selling out, though. That means listen, that's
again,
not your.
To these industry standards, I hear people tell me all the time. A lot of artists, I'm not selling out. I'm not going to sign that 360, or I'm not going to do this. That's their perception of it. And that's what I need my guy to understand. Like, you know what I'm saying? The evolving, like, for instance, like when I say I evolve, that's my perception of it. Somebody might look at me like, yo, Chris, you still that little bum-ass kid who grew up in Bushwick.
Yeah. You still that wild little nigga who you got everybody fooled. I know who you are. Yeah. You ain't changed. Yeah. Nah, real talk. Yeah.
And then you get the person who been there the whole time. They like, yo, damn, son, I seen when you did this, or you used to do this, but you changed. That means all right, if I'm gonna relate that to the music, I'm not making the same music I used to make. I changed with the times. You know what I mean? I had to reinvent myself. You know what I mean? And that's what these artists, like they start. Yeah.
No, like I said, no, there's a thin line between riding the wave and evolving. You get what I'm saying? Like just because everybody is doing.
I agree.
just because everybody is doing the right thing doesn't mean you wave hopping. That means
No.
it just so happens to be that the right thing is trending. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
well,
Like
yeah. Let me clarify
you're
that. Let me
all on the
clarify.
same
Good point.
page with the
Good
right
point.
thing.
What I'm saying is, riding the right wave is when you supposedly evolved, and all of a sudden you making the same style of music that everybody else is making. Now it's different if you change. Let's say Busta, for instance. Again, I didn't hear his album, so whatever. But let's say he comes out of left field and starts making some shit like they're making right now. They would call that evolving. He's riding the
Yeah,
wave,
all
right?
right. Dude,
Right?
we gotta end the show because we gotta make sure we can get it to Poppy Blaze within that time frame. But I wanna
Right. But you see what I'm
debate
saying?
you. I wanna no, because yo,
It ain't
listen,
a debate. It
let's
ain't a
make it
debate. If he was to hang on, if he was to make a song the way Lil Uzi raps, same style, same everything, all that shit, wouldn't that be riding the wave? That wouldn't be original, right?
so Big Roll, Bone Thugs and Harmony's wave, like he jacked their like I'm
Yeah. Come
thinking
on, everybody knows that.
see that's why I said there's a thin line. Yeah, but it's a thin line because it's not, I mean, so but are you upset that he did it? Did he copy them or did he do something artistic?
No. That's not the. Yeah, I mean, I'm. I felt like he was paying homage, but that's not the point what I'm making. What I'm saying is, if an artist who you're known for doing one thing, right? This is what you know, this is what you fuck with him for, and all of a sudden he comes rapping out like Lil Yachty. He's trying to. The perfect example is True Life. That's my
Yeah.
dude. I rock
That's a
with
little
True Life.
extreme. Yeah, but yeah, I get
I
it.
rock with True Life. You listen to his music, right? And then all of a sudden he came home. Salute to the man. He's been home for a couple years now. Do you listen to how his music sounds now? He's trying to ride the wave of how the music sounds now. That's the point I'm making. That means you selling out because you ain't staying true to yourself. Unless that's his style now, his tight jeans, but that wasn't the one that I knew. You know what I'm saying? That's not why I listen to his music. So when I see it as a fan or supporter of True Life, I'm like, damn, yo, he's trying to ride the wave. Or he's sold out
Yeah, it's
in the
tough.
hip hop
It's tough.
terminology. You see what I'm
Well,
saying?
the thing is,
That's what it's like.
yeah, but sometimes people are in your ear to tell you, yo, to be hot, this is what you got to do, and
Right,
then they
right.
quest for it. So this
That's
is what ends up fucking happening. I
that's
mean,
why I
and it
said
sucks.
That's why I said to the artists, don't fall for those type of people. Don't let nobody tell you need to do this to be hot. You see what I'm saying? That goes to what I was saying earlier. Don't let nobody figure out your shit, man. Get your shit going. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta make a little Yachty type song. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. Yeah, Lewis, you want to try new things. I understand that. You incorporate it with what you have if you're an established entity already. You can't have like Walmart, for instance. You're not just gonna go out all of a sudden and fucking now they're fucking the Geek Squad and they did now they're strictly all they do is electronics and all. Nah, they're known for this their niche, but they will incorporate another something into it and make their brand broader.
No, absolutely. It's like
Yo,
if
I'm glad
Mr.
we
Ron
didn't have a guest
do it.
tonight because we haven't had a talk like this in a while. You know what I'm saying? And it's dope. It's dope. Even though we were going back and forth, we were saying the same shit. You know what I'm saying? But in different ways. And then you get Lewis, and that's dope conversation, right? Because again, these artists they're listening. You know what I mean to people. You know what I mean? Some of them are listening to the show. And hopefully some of them are like, damn, I don't gotta sound like this guy, or I don't gotta get this type beat. I could get some beat that I like and put my style on it and do some shit. You know what I'm saying? Or an actor who wants to, or entrepreneur who's like, yo, I'm looking for that next thing that I could go sell. But damn, I seen that nice champion sweater. I want to make a sweater like that, but I can't do their logo. You know what I mean? Figure out your shit, go do it.
Nah, you gotta preach authenticity and self belief because once you believe in yourself, you got money. You good. But I'm gonna wrap it up because Chris wants to keep going, and we're going on
Nah, I don't want
2
to keep
hours.
going.
Probably.
Listen, I've been up since 4:30 in the morning. Chris don't want to keep going. I just want people to understand you don't got to do what everybody else tell you to do. That's it. That's it. Do what you gotta do. Figure out your shit. Get your shit popping. Don't get
That's it.
fucked. Don't listen if I tell you that shit ain't hot. That's cool. You take other people. One thing I was always taught is you take people's opinion. You listen to it and you digest it how you want.
No, absolutely. I mean, listen, it's always much respect. Think we saying the same thing, but just using different words. Salute. Now, but we need the dialogue, and it's never when it's true and genuine. There's never no hard feelings. Don't ever think, yo, we get off the air and be like, yo, this nigga was bugging. Nah, man, we appreciate all of that, and that's what we want. We want people to know how real and how heated we get, especially over stuff that we're passionate about. You know,
yeah, I don't even think it got heated. I don't even think it was a heated conversation. It was more of just, you know, different points coming from different ways. It's like I tell people, I used to tell you guys this shit all the time. Yo, listen, we could sit here and share shit off Catch and Wreck page all day. Don't mean we're gonna hit the numbers, right? Because the people who fuck with you don't necessarily fuck with me. The people who fuck with Brav don't necessarily fuck with me, you, and everybody else, or Lewis and vice versa, right? So it takes different people to touch a different thing. You know what I mean? Same thing with this. You know what I mean? So Lewis, his people might have understood what he was saying in his text and dialogue. You know what I'm saying? Niggas who fuck with me understood what I was saying. People who fuck, vice versa. And then when you put it all together, you go back and listen. You're like, yo, damn, they were saying pretty much the same thing, but in a different thing. You know what I mean? But again,
that's what it ended up being, and that's what it normally ends up being with us. You know, me and you have a habit of always making each other better. So we'll be saying the same thing, but trying to get you to understand. Nah, you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So we go extra hard. I'm thinking we might come back Friday to play some videos. What are you thinking? Maybe?
Yeah, we could probably bring something happen. Maybe bring in a couple, do a little, you know, bring people in and out all night and shit. See how it plays out. Let's see how it plays out.
All right, check this out. Since we didn't really get to play any videos tonight, make sure you guys hit us up between now and Friday. So tomorrow and Friday. And let us know if you guys want to pop in and out of the show. We're gonna we got the Kay Killie joint. We got Jeanette Renee. What's her name?
Jeanetta Renee.
Yeah, Jeanetta Renee. And I got some few other joints in the stash that we're gonna get into. But that is our time.
Listen, we might have to hold out because of next week's show. Don't forget, next week we got the Battle of the Podcast. We got Brutally Honest. We got Finally TV. We got Too Humble. Who else am I forgetting? In the Field Radio. Make sure y'all go check out all these shows. In the Field Radio is Monday night, 10 p.m. Brutally Honest is Tuesday night, 7:30, 8 o'clock. Please, Stitches, correct me if I'm wrong. Finally TV is Tuesdays, 7:30. Too Humble is motherfucking Monday through Sunday. Go check them out. You know what I'm saying? Salute to them.
Yeah, and they got Vaughn on the show, I see. So they're expanding. They're doing bigger things and making their market bigger. Yo, shout out to Ant and the homie DJ. Good, solid brothers. And we fucks with them. But that is our time for this week. Yo, make sure.
Musically speaking. Yep, I was just about ready to say it. Musically speaking. Make sure y'all go check out Louis Martinez' father. Yeah, Louis, hit me up, man. We could set something up, try to get you involved in the thing. I think that'd be dope because Louis is gonna bring a different.
Yeah, send the flyer too, homie.
Nah, hit me in the inbox so we can set this up. Try to get you on the next week's show because I think he could pick some 3 dope videos too. We could battle out, have a nice little conversation. We got to try to wrap this up though to about an hour next week, hour and a half at most. But we'll try to make it happen. But yeah, Shy, let's get up out of here, my G.
No problem. But you already know that's our time for this week. So yo, listen, if you guys got some video, suggestions, make sure you hit us up tomorrow throughout the page. You know, make sure you like, share, comment. We'll be back Friday night, so look for that. We're gonna be playing nothing but videos. Enough of us going back and forth, just all videos. But that's our time for tonight. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. We love you. You guys be safe. We out. Deuces. Easy.